Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of What You Watchin' Quarantine Edition. Well, not really, kind of at the end of it, so it's nice.
You say that.
Yeah, hopefully we can get back to normal soon. Today I'm Adam.
And I'm Emily.
And today we're going to be talking about a little movie that came out in theaters right towards the beginning of the whole stay-at-home order for everywhere, and didn't really succeed that well in theaters. It's a Guy Ritchie film, probably his best since 2009 Sherlock Holmes, and that movie is The Gentleman. Here's our thoughts.
I absolutely love this film, actually. I didn't think I was going into it. I actually thought it was that parody on Kingsman when we went into it, but then I was very pleasantly surprised when I found out what it actually was. And it's a little bit like The Gentleman in their humor and that kind of
You mean like
action.
Kingsman?
Yeah, what did I say?
Like The Gentleman. No, we're talking about The Gentleman. You meant
It's like The Gentleman. It's The Gentleman is like The Gentleman, okay?
Yes, perfect. All right. It is. It was in line with Kingsman, just not as overtly comedic.
Yeah.
It wasn't meant to be a comedy. It was just more situational absurdity of what was happening kind of comedy. But like I said, this is my favorite Guy Ritchie film since the first Sherlock Holmes in 2009. So really hasn't had a hit. He had King Arthur, wasn't great. The second Sherlock Holmes wasn't as good as the first one. What else did he... I don't know. He's done a couple other things since, and it's just kind of been fine.
Yeah.
But this one really stuck in my head. I thought Matthew McConaughey's performance was fantastic. Can never remember this gentleman's name, and I'm going to feel real bad about it. But he was the lead in Crazy Rich Asians, which was a huge success from two years ago. Amazing. He was amazing in it. Colin Farrell was just fantastic in it.
As always.
As always. Hugh Grant was in it, and it's never used to be good to see him after he did some stuff and just, weird, and he wasn't really that good. But lately, when he was in Paddington 2, one of my favorite movies of that year. Love Paddington, hopefully. Paddington 3, give it to me. But when he showed up in Paddington 2 and then he shows up in this movie and you're just like, yeah. Even Charlie Hunnam, who I don't think... So there's a difference between TV actors and film actors.
Yeah.
Not everybody can do both. George Clooney could do both. Jennifer Aniston? Not so much. Charlie Hunnam? Definitely not. Like, he was good in Sons of Anarchy. He was in Pacific Rim. Terrible in King Arthur. But he really shocked me here. I was actually really surprised by him. I loved his performance. Everybody was just so good in this movie. I don't know what Guy Ritchie's got over them, how he blackmailed them, but damn, they brought it all to this movie.
I don't even think it was just blackmail. I think the material was really well. I think the dialogue in this film was spot on. It was a neat way to tell the story going, from this guy who's trying to blackmail someone else by going over what the actual story is about. And it's kind of neat to see him because he's telling it as if it's a script, his own script. And it shows you his version. And then, because one of the guys he's trying to blackmail was there, he's like, no, that's not how that happened. And it's a really neat way of telling the story instead of just like, here's a drug story.
Yeah, it really was a cool structure like that where, it wasn't your typical ABC story. It was like A with some intersplice of B, back to A, jump a little to C, come back to B, but it all made sense the entire time. I never felt lost throughout the entire movie. The writing was fantastic, the directing was great, the cinematography was just gorgeous. I'm not sure, it was clearly set in modern times, but it had this great 1920s, 30s aesthetic to it, where you're like, if this was a movie about Prohibition, I would have never second-guessed it. Like, it had that feel to it, which was just amazing.
Adding on a few smartphones.
Well, clearly. But I'm talking about, aesthetically, meaning the atmosphere that they created, the look that they gave the film, not the actual things in the film. So, it was just fantastic. I had a lot of fun watching it. A lot of twists and turns. You were never sure who was on whose side. Loved that aspect.
I don't even have any more words. It was so good.
It was. It was. She's at a loss for words. That's how good this movie was. But I always have stuff to say. If you guys haven't noticed yet, I will talk all day long. But no, this movie was excellent. The pacing was perfect.
Yeah.
I thought the moments it would slow down enough that it would give you a breather from the story, everything unfolding in front of you, but then it would pick right back up again, and it wouldn't stay down too long, which I thought was
the perfect
great.
amount,
The
really.
only major issue I had with this movie was the ending. I'm not going to spoil. We don't do spoilers here or anything, but felt very left field. Felt like, no, you kind of throw that on there to rattle us a little, and it did, but kind of in the wrong way.
I disagree with you. I honestly, I enjoyed it. I thought it was very, not out of left field. I thought it just summed up things correctly, and it was the whole idea of keeping you on your toes. You don't know exactly what's happening because you're being told the story through a story.
Which is fine, but once they told me the entire story, I didn't need another story told at the very end.
Yeah, I
it was
it.
a little too much for me. Other people, if you disagree with me or you disagree with her, let us know in the comments. We would love to hear about it. But overall, just excellent movie. Probably B+ movie, ranging on the territory of A-.
I had way too much fun with that to just be a B.
So yeah, there was little pieces here and there that I thought could have been better and tightened up a little. But no movie's perfect. But this one is really good. If you missed it in theaters, it's out available for rent right now. If you have a rental store anywhere near you, some still exist, most don't. But it's on Vudu or Prime,
probably
or
on demand.
Probably on demand somewhere. Redbox, even if you have to go to Redbox, don't go to Redbox. But if you have to, if you want to see it, it's there. So check it out. Let us know in the comments below what you think. I definitely say watch it. Watch it soon. Add it to the top of your list. And hopefully we'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.